Hi, my name is Kuma, and for today's episode, we're gonna talk about how does it feel growing up in the furry fandom, and what is gray muzzle mean. So, you actually notice that there are a couple of furries who you're with or friends with when they reach a certain age, they started to retire to the furry fandom or stop being a furry altogether. We're also going to talk about that here. So you guys wondering why I'm talking about growing up in the furry fandom? I've been in the furry fandom for almost 10 years or more, I think. But then again, I'm already considered as a very old member in the Philippine furry fandom, one of the very oldest. So you guys are wondering what is the meaning of gray muzzle? Gray muzzle is a term used by furries when a certain member of the furry fandom is getting older. It actually shows like when you have a pet dog, when they reach a certain age, their muzzles became grayish. It's not turning brown or it has a little patch of gray on their muzzle, signifies that they're getting older. So, how does it feel growing up in the furry fandom? A lot. I've been in the furry fandom and I have experienced a lot of good things and bad ones too. I have seen and I have experienced all the arts that they have made. I have learned how to draw them as well. I have learned new skills and, you know, meeting up people who can teach me anything I want to know. And as my journey begins as a furry in the Philippines, it's a very wild ride. I wasn't very introverted person before. I never got out. I usually never meet or mingle with other people. And I'm even afraid to go out on my own. Now I learn how to commute, do things on my own, and met these wonderful people. In the span of my years being in the furry fandom, you will meet good friends. You will meet also not so good people, but still, it's part of life. In the furry fandom, there's wonderful things you'll be able to discover. Not just artworks and everything, but the bonds you share with your friends and soon to be friends in the furry fandom or in this community. You'll be able to discover new things that you're able to cook up, like VR, models, like Gundam models, or anything you guys love for hobbies, and you'll be able to share and mingle with it. So, my life as a furry for a long time now, it's never been a dull moment. It's a very enjoyable one. I finally be able to wear my fursuit and even be able to be part of VR chat as well. And when I actually stayed here longer in the furry fandom, it never ceases to amaze me. There's always surprises, there's always new things, there's always happenings in every places in this community. It may be bad, it may also be good. You just have to take it in. But always know that even there's things that's happening all over the place, or sometimes your day in the community doesn't means like it doesn't go always well. Always look forward. You never know. You will be surprised someday, just like me. So you guys are now wondering what happened to your other friends who are very old. So I have a couple of friends who are very old in the furry fandom. They have retired in the furry fandom too. Because the reason is they actually have a responsibility they have to do in real life. They cannot be a fluffy animal forever, but they want to focus on their real life aspects like working, their career, their business, and etc. Lots of reasons too. But my friend's reason why he cannot be able to join up with the furry fandom as much as before, or some of them have quit, is because their work. If you're a call center in the Philippines, you cannot actually be awake on the certain time, because once you're a call center, you have to wake up at night, sleep at day. But in the furry fandom, if you're having a furry meet, it's basically the opposite. You have to wake up in the day, and then have fun at night. But it actually differs for what the situation is and why they retire. It's not like they hate the furry fandom. Some of them need some space, or they need some time alone, or they really need to set their priorities straight. Career, business, and the fandom may also be like intervening with their daily lives. Who knows? And maybe they just really want to focus on their family that they have now. They really want to focus on their lives, career, and that's it. Now you guys gonna ask me, when is Harue Kuma gonna retire? Wow, that is a topic that I want to tell you guys about. In the span of longer years, I do have a career. I do work with with Philly Fur Convention as a con head, and then I do plan to make it big someday. And I may not have enough time to spend time with my friends. But for me, there are other furries like me who still stay as a furry even we have a career. We're just going to do life and work balance. We have to make sure that everything works out. We have to make sure everything plays out as nicely as it is. So, me retiring as a furry, it's never gonna happen. I love the furry fandom. I love how it stands for creativity and how it symbolizes happiness and joy to everyone, and even fursuiting, giving joy to anyone we see on the conventions and even anime conventions. I mean, come on, who wouldn't be tired doing fursuiting when you saw people smiling at you, taking photos with you? It's amazing, and it makes me feel like I'm alive. I am very alive in this fandom. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to tell you guys, I'll be making more videos in regarding to the furry fandom and more information you guys need to know, especially for Filipino furries. So, if you guys ever met a gray muzzle or an old furry, don't be scared to talk to them. Have fun. You will actually know and learn from them, from their past experience, and you also teach them a couple of new tricks that you have known. So sometimes the word goes by like, you cannot teach all dogs some new tricks, right? But in the furry fandom, you can teach us more. You can teach us, we can also teach you. Basically, we just learn from each other's experience. And for anything that bad happens to my life in the furry fandom, in the community, those are overshadowed by the good things that comes along with it. As they say, you take the good things along with the bad, but always know, if you love the community, you love your hobby, always stay happy for it. There's no need for you to leave. There is no age limit in how you become a furry and how long you can become one too. There's no need to retire. This is a hobby similar to anime, Gundam building, and any kinds of hobby you can think of. So, if you guys ever think about retiring, but still wanted to become a furry, I only tell you, it's your choice, but I'll tell you the good things about it. Being a furry is awesome. I haven't regretted the day I have become a furry. I'm so happy to be part of this community, and hopefully this video serves you guys something to learn about it. And don't be afraid. If you wanna die old as a furry, go ahead. If you wanna age up like an old geezer, if you still love the furry fandom, you wanna be a furry, stay being a furry. The greatest example for that being a furry is Uncle Kage. So he's still a furry. I mean, he's very iconic even though he's aging up. He's a gray muzzle at this point. But see, if you're happy with your hobby, stay with it. And for that's all for today. See you on my next video, and I'll be able to upload more new things in the upcoming days or months. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you again. See ya! Bye bye!